You will not get away with trying to pull off having two families. You dirty, low down.
I'm getting emotional. And I told myself I wasn't gonna do this.
It's one of the best things, honestly, that could have ever happened to me. Just about the whole 13 years that they were together, and people behind the scenes say it was more like 15 years.
Kevin Hunter, once a wealthy and influential individual, is now facing the harsh consequences of his actions. His life has taken a dramatic turn, plunging him into a state of profound misery. He is burdened by severe financial ruin, overwhelming debt, and the heart-wrenching abandonment of his partner and the mother of his child, Sharina Hudson. It's a painful sequence of events for Kevin. Nevertheless, we can derive some satisfaction from the fact that his misfortunes provide ample material for an enthralling tale. Wendy Williams, his ex-partner, must be relishing this situation, reveling in her own happiness as she watches Kevin's discomfort, all while she continues to thrive. So what do you think was Wendy Williams' reaction to the latest news that Sharina Hudson left her ex broke? Stay tuned as we delve into the details. But of course, before I spill anything, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this. Now, let's dive in.
I made him divorced and unemployed all in one day.
Imagine this scenario. Kevin, once a prominent figure with abundant wealth, now finds himself in the depths of poverty. His once overflowing bank account has depleted at an alarming rate, leaving him with little more than a mere fraction of his former fortune. The aspirations and desires he held dear have been mercilessly shattered, akin to a grape squashed under the weight of a stiletto. Curious as to how this downfall unfolded? Let us explore the intricate entanglements of Kevin's relationships and the dubious decisions he made throughout his journey. The saga began in 2007, when Kevin embarked on a torrid affair with Sharina, despite still being married to the renowned Wendy Williams. It was a reckless game he played, knowingly testing the boundaries of fidelity. But Kevin's transgressions didn't end there. He shamelessly dipped into Wendy's financial resources, using them to finance Sharina's extravagant lifestyle. His audacity knew no bounds. He even sent Sharina to an upscale massage therapy school, envisioning a glamorous future for her in the spa industry. However, fate had other plans. Sharina swiftly abandoned her aspirations as a massage therapist and pursued different avenues. Undeterred, Kevin was determined to maintain Sharina's lavish lifestyle, even if it meant venturing into ill-fated business ventures. First came Vish, an online clothing and jewelry store that crumbled faster than a poorly made knockoff. But Kevin, persistent as ever, refused to surrender. He then sought to assist Sharina in becoming a certified realtor, only to witness that endeavor meet a similar fate, disintegrating like a poorly scripted reality TV show.
Your husband, because I made him my manager, and then when I decided to divorce him, he had to be fired. In other words, I made him.
Unfazed by his previous failures, Kevin clung to one final hope. He hopped on the trendy vegan train and established yet another business for Sharina, marking the fifth unsuccessful venture he had orchestrated for her. Adding a touch of irony to the situation, he even purchased a luxurious house for Sharina in the very neighborhood he had once shared with Wendy. Talk about an uncomfortable turn of events. Now you may be wondering how Kevin managed to finance these series of ill-fated endeavors. Well, let's just say he received a helping hand from his soon-to-be ex-wife, Wendy. Kevin earned a decent income as a producer on The Wendy Williams Show, but it proved insufficient to sustain the extravagant lifestyle he and Sharina craved. Thus, he heavily relied on Wendy's financial support, effectively biting the hand that fed him. However, this is where the plot thickens. Wendy, bless her heart, was aware of Kevin's affair, but set a simple rule: no external offspring.
Was having something of an existential crisis where she was like, how am I not talking about this, but I can't because I...
Ability for my actions, for what's obviously out there.
To Wendy's devastation, Kevin couldn't resist breaking the cardinal rule and fathered a child with Sharina, shattering her heart into countless pieces and, inevitably, leading to their divorce. The aftermath of their separation was filled with dramatic moments. Wasting no time, Kevin swiftly proposed to Sharina, presenting her with an exorbitantly priced ring valued at a staggering $80,000. One could argue it was an attempt at overcompensation. Sharina, always seeking attention, proudly showcased the ring on social media, emphasizing her affinity for materialistic displays. However, here's where the plot takes an intriguing turn. Wendy, with her cunning nature, had discreetly inserted a clause into the alimony agreement. It stipulated that if she were to ever depart from the Wendy Williams show without another television show of equivalent salary, she would no longer be obligated to provide financial support to Kevin. The clause read, if, for any reason, plaintiff's contract with Talk WWE is not renewed and or is otherwise suspended, canceled, or terminated, and plaintiff does not have any other television show being aired and paying her an equivalent salary, defendant understands and agrees that all severance payment shall be subject to either termination or modification. As fate would have it, Wendy's health complications escalated, resulting in the cancellation of her show and, predictably, the termination of those generous alimony payments. Just like that, Kevin's financial lifeline vanished into thin air.
This backwoods Barbie, he was tricking up money. She's in the passenger seat of my Rolls Royce Ferrari, and really?
According to Williams, attorney Hunter is no longer entitled to alimony payments after her talk show, The Wendy Williams Show, was canceled. Per the former couple's divorce agreement on October 15th of 2021, plaintiff was informed by Talk WWE that her contract was being suspended and that no compensation shall accrue or be payable to plaintiff for the duration of the plaintiff's disability and incapacity, wrote Williams' attorney. In a culmination of events, the attorney concluded by highlighting that Wendy Williams had been without income since October 2021 and did not have another show or equivalent salary lined up. In a state of anger and desperation, Kevin unleashed his frustration upon Wendy and her team. During an interview, he divulged details of his dire financial situation, accusing them of unjustly withholding his rightful compensation. The situation presented a striking case of hypocrisy, with Kevin engaging in what could be considered a pot calling the kettle black scenario. Nevertheless, faced with desperation, one might argue that he resorted to desperate measures.
Just about the whole 13 years that they were together, and people behind the scenes say it was more like 50.
As time passed, it became evident that Kevin's life had spiraled further into despair. He found himself falling behind on bills and accumulating credit card debts. Kevin proceeded to make a statement about his financial stress that read, I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to the homeowner association, and I'm behind on that bill. If the homeowners association fees aren't paid, foreclosure will soon follow. He continued, my car insurance hasn't been paid as a result of not receiving monthly severance payments. I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money. Since the severance payments were suspended, my life has been greatly affected since the plaintiff stopped making payments under our settlement agreement. The fact that I am unable to sustain my life and pay my bills in order is extremely emergent to me. I cannot pay my bills and sustain my day-to-day living.
Read about it in the blogs and the tabloids, the address of this place that he had purchased.
Adding insult to injury, rumors began circulating that Sharina had severed ties with Kevin, leaving him behind and adding to his misery. Amidst the chaos, a captivating blind item started making its way through the grapevine, piquing everyone's curiosity. The excerpt contained a tantalizing revelation. An illiterate talk show host was presumably reveling in the situation. The blind item hinted at the host's ex-partner, who was known for infidelity and embezzlement, having ended his affair due to his mistress's extravagant spending of his unlawfully obtained wealth. It was a subtle suggestion that Sharina's excessive indulgence had drained Kevin's ill-gotten gains, resulting in the demise of their ill-fated relationship. The poetic justice of the situation left a satisfying taste for onlookers, with fans feeling that Kevin was finally receiving his just desserts.
And it was rough, it was very public. It was like any other divorce,
Karma couldn't have come harder for Kevin. Wendy is completely in charge of this, one fan commented. Another angry fan added, I'm so sick of this grown boy because he is not a man. Go get a job and stop crying over someone else's money. Sheesh. A third fan chimed in saying, Kevin deserves everything he is getting for doing Wendy Williams so wrong. I can't wait until everybody else that did her wrong gets their karma, especially the people that run the Wendy Williams show and the people that are holding Wendy Williams' money. And thus concludes the cautionary tale of Kevin Hunter, a man who naively believed he could indulge in both infidelity and financial recklessness. His life unraveled like a flimsy house of cards, with the consequences of his actions catching up to him. It serves as a stark reminder that the universe has a way of balancing the scales. Karma, with its stinging impact, taught Kevin a harsh lesson. Now we can only hope that he manages to gather the fragments of his shattered life and perhaps glean some wisdom about the value of loyalty and fiscal prudence. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.